Hello, and welcome to My Point of View Movie Reviews. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Finally, it's here. And so much has happened since the prequels, the new trilogy, the fractions and the fandom. And you know, it's hard to be a Star Wars fan. It's hard to talk about Star Wars online nowadays because you get attacked. Some people's childhoods got ruined. You know, it's been a ride emotionally from the beginning all the way to the end. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. J.J. Abrams, man, I always liked his directing style because he really looked up to Steven Spielberg, and you can see it. He did it. It's epic on every level. He's a director who knows how to bring out the best in actors and actresses. Everybody, every character in Star Wars in this new trilogy has an arc and is fulfilled in this movie. Carrie Fisher, what they did with that footage that was unused is masterful. It's Hollywood at its best. Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian, same old dude, man. He came back and brought joy. I mean, it was, you know, those things made me feel good. One thing this trilogy's been missing is an overall beat, a rhythm. This movie got it right. There's tension throughout the whole movie. It's the undertone that makes you uneasy. Then it hits you with some levity, some comedy, special effects. Probably the best I've damn near ever seen. They spared no expense. Rey's arc is truly reached its potential in this movie. I really liked it. What Rian Johnson did in The Last Jedi is all cohesive. It all makes sense. Now, some of you purists might see things I didn't see, and there's some things that are not really tied up with a pretty bow. But I'm telling you, man, what JJ was able to do with all three films and tie them all together is truly impressive. You can't please everybody. That's the way film is. But I was giving up on Star Wars. I kind of outgrew it because their storylines are really simplistic, and my mind works differently as I'm older now when it comes to certain films. If I want a dumb film, I go find that, but I need to be stimulated here, not always here. This is the first Star Wars movie in a long time. Emotionally, I was attached. Storyline made sense. It was cohesive. It didn't seem jagged. And it all flowed together. I mean, this was a task that nobody wanted. They asked JJ at the midnight hour, please, can you save us? We are going through some things. And he did it. In my opinion, he did it. I'm glad this is all over. I'm glad because being a Star Wars fan is tough. And I'm still partial to 4, 5, and 6, but this movie makes you appreciate everything. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, and now 7, 8, and 9. In retrospect, you go back, you go, you know what? I get it. I like it. As you're going through the journey, you don't always see the outcome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the outcome, and it's a great payoff. I mean, epic battle scenes. The Force is used in a way that I never knew it could be used, and they go out. I mean, they really get into the deep nature of the Force. Things that they tinkered with in the last film, they unleash in this film. The true hatred between good and evil is on display at its finest. Love stories, closure to people's lives, and there's a lot of death in this movie. A lot. But, you know, prepare yourself, man. The third act is going to be tough. And from the opening scene to the closing credits, man, the theater stood up and cheered. It was ruckus. People were yelling, cheering, yelling out things. I had a really fun time, man. And it's over. There's a finality to this movie that you walk away going, I'm satisfied, but it's over. Not everybody's going to like this film. You're going to hear the word or phrase, this was for the fans. This was really pushing fandom to the point where it was serving the fans. And yeah, it was. But we are fans and we want to be spoon-fed some fun, some joy, because we felt that we owed that, being a part of this franchise since 1977. And J.J. Abrams found a way to do that in a way that was very clever, very unique, and satisfying, in my humble opinion. The Rise of Skywalker, the title never set right with me. Now that I see the movie, it's a perfect title for a perfect franchise coming to a saga that's ending on a high note. I think there was some structure back in the day. People thought there was no structure. They were just doing movies. There was some structure there, man. It was just, the middle movie is always the redhead stepchild. And when you tie everything together, you appreciate the stepchild a lot more after this film, in my opinion. This movie was epic on every level. This is how you close out the year. Star Wars, you redeemed yourself. It was fun. It just stopped making so many movies. Pull back. Let us wait for a while, like the good old days, and it'll be magic all over again. But this was a step in the right direction. Again, I'm not the guy who loves Star Wars like everybody else. I was giving up on Star Wars. This was cool. If they never make another Star Wars movie again, I would be totally satisfied that this is the last one. It did its job. The score, the soaring of the music in certain scenes, it matches what I&M did with the special effects. Oh my God, it was truly masterful filmmaking at its best. J.J. Abrams, I can't praise you enough. You stepped out on a ledge, you had to walk the plank, and you survived and you delivered. Kathleen Kennedy should be singing your praises, brother, because you did something I didn't think that was doable in the franchise of Star Wars. You brought the masses back together, and they can feel good about something. But you know what? It's a hot topic. This is going to be all over the internet. The fandom is still fractured, in my opinion. Even this movie, as good as it is not perfect. Can't save everything. But in my opinion, go out, spend those monies, visit the galaxy one last time, man. It's cool. And all those characters that we grew up with are remembered. The ones we fell in love with just recently in the last trilogy have a wonderful arc. And you realize the chemistry on film. They like doing this movie together. Pressure and everything they went through was relieved, and you can see it in their face, man. This is a fun movie. Really, really fun. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Let me know what you think in the comments down below if you've seen the film. Like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends, and may the Force be with you always. And that's my point of view. Hello. Now, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Without you, there's no me. And do us a favor, stop by the website at www.blacktastic.net and pick up some merchandise. Get yourself a hat or pick up a t-shirt. It's things like that that help keep the channel going. And also, feel free to leave a donation on the home page at www.blacktastic.net. Thank you all so much. Again, you make this so much fun. Without you, there's no me. Until next time, see you later.